and welcome. This is Dennis Cummins. The Puyallup School District has launched their brand new policy video. That's right, and they are policing the pronouns. There's three major things we're going to be talking about, and I'm reshooting this video because Facebook doesn't give us, it was distorting, so we had to fix that, okay? But what we're doing is we're going to be talking about three major things in this policy video. I've attached this video. Please look at it and let's share it out. Let's let people know what the heck is going on in Dodge, okay? But we're going to be talking about the pronoun policing. We're going to be talking about the bathroom policies, and we're going to be talking about how parents have no more rights, and it's established in here, okay? Again, Dennis Cummins, Experience Church, and this is Truth is Freedom. And help us like and subscribe, get this out, comment, because that helps with the shadow banning, okay? All right, let's jump into this. The Pronoun Police is in effect. They've launched their new policy video. And if you watch this, boy, they really nail the pronouns, okay? And basically what they're doing is they're saying, this is our religion, and you better bow to it. This is our God. This is our new doctrine, our religion, our theology, and you will conform, because this is a way that they can eradicate anybody that has conservative values. This is a way to eradicate anybody that's not delusional in the head about having only two genders, okay? This is a way to really cause good people to have to make very difficult decisions. And this is putting our children in charge. Our children are going to be in charge now, and there's going to be a lot of challenges with this because of how they're enforcing this pronoun policing. And, you know, we're talking about kids. They don't know how to, the kids of the age, they don't even know what shoes to put on the right foot. They don't know how to button and zip their own pants. And yet we're allowing them to choose what bathroom to go to, and we're allowing them to choose what gender they see that they are. And this is ridiculous. I mean, they're not old enough to drink a beer. They're not old enough to drive. But guess what? What can they do? Oh, they can change genders. This is ridiculous, and it's delusional, and we need to stand up. Now, the reason they're being so emboldened about this is because they know they have a mandate down at the legislative body in Olympia. They know they have the majority, and so there's really nothing to stop them except us. Okay, so this is a crazy policy, but the more you go through it, the more I just shake my head and say, this is absolutely ridiculous. We're wasting too much time and too much money on this religion from the Rainbow Coalition, the Rainbow Alphabet Company, okay? Because that's what this is about. And the reason they're being so emboldened about it is because our illustrious Attorney General has launched his commission on domestic terrorism here in the state of Washington. And oh my goodness, what's a domestic terrorist? It's somebody that actually stands against the religion of the rainbow people, okay? And so if you stand against it, they're going to label you a domestic extreme, a DVE, a domestic violent extremist. And in this case, they will deal with you, and they will deal with you through the Department of Health. This is what they're working on, and it's already passed the Judicial Review Committee, and they do have the majority to push this through. And so that means that they're going to have, it may not be constitutional, but they're going to have the rule of law, just like all the mandates and the shutdowns and all the crazy stuff our governor did. The many things they did was not constitutional, but they had the rule of law to shove it through. And so this is what we have to be careful of, okay? Now they have bathroom policies, and they're allowing children to choose what bathroom that they want to go in. And I have three boys, but if I had a girl that went to public school, the Puyallup School District, boom, I'd be homeschooling right now. I'd be doing something different, because this is ridiculous. There's going to be a lot of harm. There's going to be a lot of stress and trauma to these young girls with these guys coming into their locker rooms and their bathrooms because they identify with that, and the kids are in charge now. And so this is beyond stupidity, okay? The third thing, and this is the most troubling, guys, if you're a parent, I just want you to know, if your child is in the Puyallup School District, you no longer have parental rights. The school district has your rights now. This means if your child chooses to identify as something different at school, they have no ability to communicate with you as a teacher to the parent without the child's permission. That's right. You got to get the child's permission to talk to the parent. And so what that does is it puts the the state in charge. It's like Hillary Clinton said, oh, it takes a village to raise a child. And she wasn't talking about, a family to come around and raise that child. She's talking about the government and the state is going to be in charge, and they're going to decide what your children believe, what your children think, and what your children do. And parents, all you get to do is seed your child, send them to school, and they're in charge. And if you stand against it, there's another bill that's right now working. They're working to try to pass it. And that is basically intervention. So that way, if your child seeks to do transitioning and the parents against it, the state will actually take your child from you to enable them to go through transitioning, take hormone blockers, whatever, and you'll lose your parent rights. So I'm just saying, this is ridiculous. And you need to wake up. We need to share this out. We need to let people know what's going on, because if not, we're going to lose this state, and we can't afford to lose this state. So this is what I'm saying. They might have the majority in our legislative body. They might have the votes to shove this through, but they do listen when people call them, and they do listen when people email them. But let me tell you something. We have to be strategic, and we have to do it professionally, okay? Because they're looking for some crazed idiot to start putting threats out there, and then all that does is enforce their agenda of, oh, see, we have these crazy people out here. We got to deal with them. Okay. So we have to be professional. We have to communicate professionally and strategically, but we cannot compromise on this. And they listen. They watch how many emails are sent in. They watch how many phone calls are sent in. And so that does have an impact. So you do have authority, you do have power, but it is a community power in the state that we need to communicate and say, this is unacceptable, right? And so, what two consenting adults do behind closed doors, I guess that's their business. But when we are attacking and when we are going after the innocent and these young children, they can't figure out what shoe to put on in elementary, but yet you can change genders. This is delusional, and it's ridiculous, and it needs to stop. And so I just want to challenge you on that. Let's get this message out there. Like, share, subscribe, so that way this will help with the channel batting. Okay? Thank you, and God bless.